Uh-oh. 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 Yo, what's poppin', fellas? It's your boy here, and we back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and as you can see on your screen, the pinnacle of hype is about to be dropping in the game. We have Choose Your Legends 4 refines officially announced, and they're going to be added in the next data download that we get for the game. Pretty exciting. I mean, everybody knows Choose Your Legends refines are as hype as it gets. They're always the best batch of the year, and if we look back to the past at some of the previous Choose Your Legends refines, like Brave Ike, when he got his, was just an impenetrable fortress for like years and years. Then we had Brave Hector, who followed up, and still to this day, Brave Hector is like one of the top 3 armored far save and near save options you can run. He didn't really get power crept. He got kind of like side graded by Ascendity Dune, who just has higher stats, and that's about it. But they pretty much do the exact same thing. So I'm just wondering, like, which one of these 4 is going to end up taking the cake? Which one is going to be the Brave Ike and Brave Hector of this batch? I'm probably leaning toward it being Edelgard, just because even still, she's the only one of the batch that's actually usable. But you never know. They might throw a curveball in here. Like, maybe Claude is going to end up being crazy, or Dimitri will finally get his chance to shine. I know he didn't really get it when he came out, because his res just wasn't good enough, but who knows? I mean, there's just no telling. They might... Okay, hold on. Before we get ahead of ourselves here and we completely just skip ahead and start talking about just the refines, we have more things in this announcement here, of course. So we have a legendary remix for... or actually a legendary and mythic remix for Julia and also Sothis. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. And we have some updates as well to Hero's Journey, Summoner Duels, and Arena, and so on and so forth. So this update is going to be dropping on the 5th, which is in 4 days. That's insane, man. This is in 4 days, bro. There's like no time at all to contain the hype levels of this. So we're going to start things off with Julia's remix here. Shoutouts to Wiley, of course. Dude, Wiley has been eating real good this month, huh? She got the Brave Seliph, then she got Legendary Deirdre at last. And now we're capping it all off with Julia's remix. That's going to be really awesome for Sis to see. Okay, so Julia's got Light and Dark 2, inflicts all stats -5 on the foe, neutralizes units' penalties and foes' bonuses, and disables foes' skills that calculate damage using the lower of foes' defense or res during combat. Okay, pretty substantial, actually. It's a little bit better than I thought. I was thinking they might have gave it like damage reduction, res-based DR, or something like that, but I think this is pretty fine. She does all stats -5 and then lull, and she also picks up nullify her own penalties, which is pretty good. I'm sure she's going to be tanky. Like, what does she do? Does she gain attack up 6, or does she inflict attack and res -6 on the foe? I can't remember which one it was, but you combine that with basically super powered lull, omni lull, then yeah, she's going to be looking real good as a offensive hitter and also a magic tank. She also nullifies adaptive damage, which is going to cuck a lot of the dragons we have in the game. Dragons have been on the rise lately, and this is just going to put a stop to them cold. She's also picking up attack and res menace for the C skill. Pretty good. Menace skills always going to be good options for the C. Okay, then we have Sothis' remix. Oh, so she's getting Sirius Plus. Very interesting. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because this Sothis doesn't exactly have a perf passive. Okay, so Sirius Plus has 2-hit cooldown, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit. When special triggers, boosts damage by 35% of unit speed, and recovers 35% HP of damage dealt. Okay, so they gave it Nullify Guard. I don't believe the damage actually went up by a significant amount. Hold on, let me actually double check that. I don't remember what her damage was before on that special, so let's just quickly see. Okay, boosts damage by 30% of speed and gets back 30% HP of damage dealt. Yeah, so it went up by 5%. Nothing too significant there. I would say the upgrade they gave to Light and Dark was way better than what they gave to Sirius. Nullify Guard, though, is pretty cool on a 2-hit special, so I will at least give her that. And then she's going to gain Null Sea Disrupt for the Beast skill. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Null Sea Disrupt. What does she come with before this? Was it Null Follow-Up? It might have been Null Follow-Up, but I don't remember. Yeah, I guess Null Sea is fine. She has Distant Counter built into her weapon already, so really, how good this Sothis is going to end up being is just going to completely depend on what her weapon does. It would be really good if they made her more of a player phaser, because she's a defensive mythic hero, so when you're using her on a defense team, you're going to want her to be able to hit hard and do a lot of damage to the foes when she attacks. So her being more of a damage dealer than a tank, I think, is what they need to go for. Okay, we're getting new memento events, of course. We got Kieran there looking for mushrooms suspiciously with Alphonse right there. I'm sure Nina is probably hiding away in the bushes there, trying to spy on these two in their mushroom hunt. Okay, what else? We got new ephemera codes coming. So we're getting the 5-star Quan there. Is that the Quan from the dancing banner? I believe that's, yeah, light footprints. That sounds like a dancing unit. So we got Dancer Quan's manual, and then we have Dancing Reinhardt as well. That Reinhardt has joint hone attack, I believe. So a gold border C skill for fodder that's going to help you score better in arena mode. I don't remember what the Quan has, actually, so I would have to double-check that. Okay, then we also have the Spring Luthier right there. We have a Muriel manual. Then we got Felicia, we have Norn, and we have Abel. Okay, so it looks like Luthier is going to be our Tempest Trial unit of this batch, so always good when we get those manuals. Okay, and then, of course, the juice of this data mine right here. This is what we all been waiting for pretty much since the start of the year. So, Choose Legends 4 refines. I don't know which one is going to be the best. It's going to be hard to say until we actually see what they all do, of course. But as it stands right now, Edelgard is the only one that sees use out of this batch. I feel like Lysithea could end up being a sleeper as well. She's a pretty interesting player phaser, but she doesn't necessarily have the tools to work with right now. Yeah, I think she could be the sleeper, end up being, like, maybe the best one out of the batch, but it depends. They'll have to give her, like, Nullify damage reduction. Oh, what if they gave her Nullify Miracle? That would be pretty cool for a player phaser, because Miracle has been on, like, 6 different units in the past couple of months. So, yeah, that would be a pretty cool thing to give her. I wonder what they'll do for Dimitri as well. For Dimitri to be good, they would have to give him true damage reduction and true damage dealt. Like what we see on Asker, where he gains +7. Or actually, I don't even know if it's +7. I think it's just +7 is the one from Spring Maria weapon. Her weapon. Like she does possibly +7 points of true damage and true damage reduction. I think Asker's is unlimited, but it's only 20% of his defense. So if they gave Dimitri like an effect similar to what they gave Asker, where he has true damage reduction and true damage dealt, that's going to be what he needs, I think, because his res stat is just not there. You hit him with magic, you just sneeze on him with a mage and he dies. So he needs a way to fix that. And then for Claude, it's a little tough to say what Claude is going to do. He gains back 50% of his HP as damage dealt or no, not even as damage dealt. It's just 50% of his HP when he triggers a special, right? So, yeah, this dude is the king of sustain. Not really sure how they're going to capitalize on that. If they're going to make him more of a player phaser or make him more of a damage dealer. It's really hard to say what they'll do with him. But he did kind of get shafted where he doesn't have a unique passive like the rest of the lords on this banner. Would have been nice if they gave him Fallen Star to go with Black Eagle rule and Blue Lion rule. Or maybe they'll give him a new thing. Maybe they'll give him like Golden Deer rule or something. I don't know. They haven't really done stuff like that, like mess with the unique passives on these refines for the Brave Heroes. I really think they should. They should go back and update some of the old unique passives we've seen. Like Bayork's Blessing could really use a buff. What else is there? Ostian Counter. I guess that's still already a moot point because that Hector's still really good. Sense Scale. Actually, Sense Scale is pretty scary. I don't know if we want them to buff that at all, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, some of these older passives could use a bit of an upgrade. So it would be nice to see that. Okay, also, we're getting Har's Refine. We're getting the 2 remixes, and that's pretty much it. So Har is going to be our free-to-play refine of this batch. He's getting Tempest Claw. If you guys have played Radiant Dawn, you guys know how much of a badass Har is. He's pretty much your carry through Elincia's final chapter, and then he's a real strong unit in the final chapters too when you give him the Irvon from Grail. So yeah, Har is going to be a pretty interesting one to see what they give to him. Alright, what else do we got in here? Summoner Duels being updated. You can get 2300 favor level now, as if anyone's gone past 1000. When this mode came out, we all played it and got to 1000, and then they just kept raising the cap here, and I'm not really too sure how many people are still keeping up with that, but it's always good when they do this because it just adds more rewards. This is going to be starting on the new season, starting on September 13th. Okay, AR is being updated. Change teams and keep teams buttons are being added to auto-create. Okay. You can now use the confer if possible feature with keep teams to confer blessings without changing your team or anything else. Oh, that's actually pretty handy. Yeah, so you don't have to unlock the team and then manually like switch back and forth between your skill sets and give them the new blessing and then lock the team back again. That's going to be real convenient there that you can just do that. And if you use keep teams in this way on a team that has had its skills locked, the team will not be unlocked. Yeah, that's pretty much the point I was making right there, is it's annoying to have to unlock just to change the blessings and then go back and change your passives and your Sacred Seal and whatnot. So that's going to be a nice little time saver there. A notification will display on the home screen when it is within 3 days of the start of the next season and the following are true. You have a hero in the additional slot on your defense team, but you will no longer be able to use the additional slot because your tier will drop in the following season. Your Fortress D level will drop because your tier will drop in the following season. I don't really think any of that... well, I mean, look at me. Big-ass Tacho over here who's not dropped rank in AR in... I want to say years, right? When is the last time I actually dropped out of Vault of Heaven? It might have been like 1 week after, like not so long after, maybe a month or two after Vault of Heaven came out, I might have dropped rank once. Because at the time I didn't have the extra slot Mythic for Light Season, and it was pretty rough. So it was like 5 against 7 basically. So I might have dropped rank once then, but I haven't dropped since then. So maybe if you guys are swapping back and forth between ranks, this will be a nice little change for you guys. Alright, then we're also getting updates to some structures. We're getting the Catapult to level 10. Alright, that's pretty cool. It doesn't really matter with the Catapult, because as long as it's the same level as the target structures, it's going to break them. So that's not really the biggest change. Okay, Aether Resorts is being updated. We're getting 2 new songs. Oliver's Fall. Okay. The most beautiful man on earth. His OST is getting added to the game, so that's pretty epic right there. And then Light on a Window from the Fates games. I don't know which song that is, but there you guys go. We're getting 2 new Heroic Grails, so we're going to be getting the Seth from the... I think that's the Summer Seth. That's pretty early to be getting him already. Okay. And then we're getting Brigand Boss as well. Yeah, those are both pretty recent units there. I think it shouldn't be long before we get Geralt at this pace. And Geralt is looking like probably one of the best merge projects to go for at the moment, free-to-play. So yeah, going to be exciting when we get him. Other changes, a notification will appear on the home screen when 3 days or more have passed since Arena Season began and you haven't participated in an arena battle. You can also turn this notification off in settings. I think most people are not going to have to worry about that because there are daily rewards to play in arena. You get like 100 feathers, and then there's also the streak. If you get 5 in a row, you get some rewards there. So I think most people, at least if they log into the game, they're going to do that much. All right, and then adjustments will be made to how hero movement is displayed on the map. There were cases when heroes appeared to be moving through spaces they could not, due to effects like Obstruct, which limit heroes' movement. So the display of hero movement paths is being revised. This is only an issue with the way hero movement has been displayed up until now, and there are no issues with the actual effects of these skills currently. Yeah, so I guess it's just like a cosmetic thing. It would look pretty weird if you have say, a cavalry unit moving past a trench tile or something like that. So, yeah, I guess just for cosmetics, that makes sense, even though it already worked as intended already. So, there you guys go. That's pretty much everything there is in this data, well, not data mine, but this update notification, which we will be getting this data mine in 4 days from now, so look forward to it, guys. Let me know in the comments which of the Choose Your Legends 4 remixes do you think is going to be the Brave Ike or Brave Hector of this batch, and which one are you most looking forward to. And that's going to wrap us up for today, so this is your boy signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.